Hello everyone. So my hair's a little messy today. I was getting ready to do it, but then this popped in my head, so I wanted to record it. I wanted to talk about emotional regulation and why, because of patriarchy and sexism, many men, have a very hard time knowing how to emotionally regulate themselves. So we have to start with the stereotype that men are more, or women are more emotional than men, which is a stereotype and a false narrative created by patriarchy and sexism to make the world believe that women are the emotional creatures and men are the logical creatures. This is not true. Men are just as emotional, if not more emotional, than women. The problem is they've been taught their whole lives that they can't show certain emotions. One emotion has always been acceptable for men, and I'm sure you all know what that is. That's anger. We tolerate men having outbursts of anger or even tantrums in public, and nobody says anything. But this is an emotional outburst. This is an emotional reaction. It's very, very emotional. And usually, actually, every time someone's angry, it comes from pain. That means their feelings have been hurt. That's why they're angry. So men, even though they've been taught to suppress things like sadness or pain or even joy, many times men are not allowed to experience joy because it's looked at as feminine. This is a problem with patriarchy. It hurts men too. And now we've had these men who have grown up their whole childhoods not being able to express their emotions. Now they're grown men, and suddenly they are trapped in this cycle of, I can't show people my pain, I can't show people my joy, I can't emotionally express myself. And then they've never learned how to regulate their emotions. That is why you are more likely to see a grown man have an all-out tantrum like a toddler than a woman, because men can't emotionally regulate, especially if they've been brought up to believe that being emotional is a feminine trait. So what does that mean for society? Well, it presents a big danger to the rest of us, because this is why men are more likely to harm a woman when a romantic relationship doesn't go well. They're so emotional. They don't know how to handle their emotions, so they're more likely to harm the person that they think hurt them. And that's the problem with not being able to emotionally regulate. If you can't emotionally regulate, you might have these terrible outbursts, these tantrums. Who knows? Because you don't know what you're doing. You can't control yourself. So this is the problem. Now, how do we solve the problem? Well, you got to first admit that men are emotional. You have to stop telling the world that men are more logical than women, and you have to allow men the space to express their emotions without ridicule. And that's not just a woman thing, that's a men's thing. Men have to let other men express themselves emotionally without ridiculing them, without putting them down, without calling them names. And that's hard to change. I mean, you got to admit there's a problem first, but that is something that really needs to happen. We really need to get men to therapy so they can learn how to regulate their emotions. It's getting out of hand. It really is. This is why men are more likely to be mass shooters. Like, all of the things that are dangerous to society really come back to men not being able to emotionally regulate themselves. So yeah, wanted to share that because it popped up in my head when I was about to do my hair. Like I said, my hair was looking messy, but wanted to share that before I went along with my hair for the day. But yeah, fellas, gotta learn to emotionally regulate. Anyway, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also, more exclusive content for my members, so make sure you join my channel if you want to see that exclusive content. Anyway, peace, guys.